Alright, new container. We'll see how we do. You'll notice I have my headlamp on. I've got my jacket on that has lots of pockets in it and is good for, this time of year. With a simple jacket like this, you could stay out, long enough. And so even though I tell people like you should have a ski jacket and stuff like that, the truth is that you don't need a ski jacket. Well, in the winter you do. You should have a ski jacket. But this time of the year, well, whatever. I just don't want anybody to ever be uncomfortable, and so that's why I really want them to over-prepare. And in this case, I really like this jacket for this season. I should take a picture of it and mark it as, March, whatever, a good outerwear. I could have a thing for like every season or every month even. You just have like, what's the best outerwear for this month? And then that would help people, I think. And I know, because I lived here a long time. Okay, you dog, get out. You, get out. Get out. Mayhem, come here. Mayhem. No, you can't do that. You can't play this bullshit protesting with me. Look, I'll put this down and kick your ass out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Roar, roar. Okay, fuck you. Yarr, yarr. Hi, Mayhem. Your food's in there. And I'm trying to feed it to you. Hey, get out of here. Yeah, you, get out. Okay, that was the least bad way to fix that. Ma'am, come here. No, you not. No, no, no. Ma'am, come on. Now Mayhem's freaked out. Get out. Get out. Go. Go. Mayhem, come here. Okay. We'll feed Cabron first. Jesus. See, I had a system going. It was actually pretty good. And it just got messed up. I think it's because Cabron is really hungry. He's the last one that got fed because he missed dinner yesterday and I fed him today in the morning. But whatever. I will roll with the doggies. That's what I got to do. Hey, piggy dog, freakazoid. Here's your food. Well, she got what she wanted. Okay, here we go. We'll take care of some other things. Let's take care of the barking dog. This dog should not be here. Cabron's great here normally. He's just having a weird day, I think. She was she's chained up, so big surprise. Give her a little extra food because she seems very excited about it. Okay. Okay, Mayhem, are you ready? Mayhem. I don't know why they're not remembering us very well today. Come on, Mayhem. Mayhem, come here. Yeah, that's yours. That's yours. Good girl. Okay. So this has only been 4 minutes or so feeding dogs. It's not that bad. It's not that big a task. I don't think anybody should think it is. We just have to have the right way to do it. So if feeding the dogs is a big pain in the ass for you, you're doing it wrong. And the system needs to be fixed. I don't think it's a responsibility. There's a black-faced dog over there. It's not a responsibility that merits like half a day of labor credit in a way. Such a thing exists. I think that dog feeding ideally would not be centralized like this, but if there's more people here, that people have dogs at different places, and we have distributed dog feeding, not centralized. That is to increase the loyalty that the dog has to the individual space, and the loyalty to the people who are staying there. And, God damn. And that's cool, you know. I've had other videos where I talked about beach dogs and how cool it is to go to a place and have dogs that know the place and they know the trails and they can kind of guide you around and stuff. Look at this poor pitiful doggin. Hi, black-faced dog. Black-faced dog barely trusts me to pet him because I yelled at him not that long ago, just moments ago. And now black-faced doggin is wondering if there's any food for him. So he's skulking around anywhere he can nearby the food, and everyone is completely ignoring him. And they are going to continue to do that until all the food is gone, and black-faced dog will say, "Why am I so oppressed? Why will no one feed me?" Now, the question is, where does he live? He's getting food somewhere. Does he just go from farm to farm, and he's kind of a dog with no real home? Is he a vagabond, a wandering dog monk? Is he a dog that has a family? He has no collar. Has a family in a nearby town, and he comes here for fun? And then he says, "Oh, I was here for fun, and everyone's eating, but I did not get invited, and it sucks." That's what he would be saying. That's black-faced doggin. Hi, black-faced doggin. You a good dog or a bad dog? It's okay. See, he probably thinks I'm going to hit him or something. But I'm not. And I'm not petting him anymore. I pet him just a couple times. I mean, I like dogs. I mean, it's hard for me not to pet a dog if they're here and they're on my land. And my other dogs like this dog. So I kind of want to adopt him. I do. It'd be awesome. Why not? I mean, Mayhem and her horde of puppy slaves, or dog slaves, I guess. They're not all puppies. They sure aren't puppies. Cabron is not really a puppy anymore. Black-faced dog, pretty young. 2 years. Problem with a dog like that is, like, if he doesn't have a home and he just goes from place to place and he gets fed some scraps, maybe. Should I be one of those places? But if I feed him, won't he stay here? He will. If he's getting well fed here, he's going to stay here. I didn't choose him. He's choosing me, which I don't like. You know, I like to be very careful in who I interact with. And so, I don't know what would happen if I did adopt black-faced dog. There'd be more food, you know. And maybe somebody would come and say, "Hey, that's my dog." And I'd be like, "Hey, well, then keep your dog home and I'll stop feeding him." But the dog came around for food and it's not my fault, you know. So, right, black-faced dog? See, he feels bad. I want to pet him and stuff. Oh. Alright, so everything's going really well with feeding down here. I'm going to go check on another project I'm working on. This light should not be on. Anytime I see an LED light on, I'm like, why is that on? Immediate reaction. Anybody who comes here, I hope, would realize the same thing. And that even when they go back to whatever city or town they're in, they look at every single light and they say, why should that light be on? Shouldn't that light be off? Because shouldn't that light not be pointing into the sky and polluting the sky with light? Should that light not be just pointing at the thing it's supposed to illuminate? Just that thing. And not waste light illuminating things that don't need to be illuminated. Because we could probably get rid of 80% of our energy costs in terms of lighting just by pointing lights around a little bit better. That'd be pretty impressive. Oh. All right. Here I am. See where I am? You might recognize it better from this angle. But this is my eggs. This is the eggs that I wanted. They're hard-boiled. The pot is no longer too hot to touch at all. I did touch it earlier and it was too hot and it annoyed me, but I just waited as long as I could. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to grab some salsa, some kind of a, sauce, I guess is what salsa is. Probably a hot sauce of some kind, a spicy thing. His eggs are pretty bland. I do have a salt shaker I made out of a Coke bottle. And I don't use a lot of salt, but you know, if you're gonna stick salt on something directly and just eat it salty, then this is better than cookies or something. Hey, you get out of here. Coco came in to check out Mayhem's food, which she did not finish. That's interesting. Totally interesting. Oh, I said salsa, right? And salt. All right, let's do it. Salt. This is why I have cargo shorts, so I can carry stuff around. Oh, it's a very dark kitchen. This is habanero sauce. That's pretty hot stuff. Is that what I'm in the mood for? Not really. I think maybe I'll just bring some salt out. It's like old stuff of like soy sauces and stuff here. Still has some in there. Fuck it, I'll try that out. Alright, so we got our specialty foods here. Let's go and see what we can get done here. This is that time of day I was talking about, right after sunset. We're going to see what we can create, really in an easy way. I don't even have a tripod out here, but maybe I'll just figure something out a little bit. Alright, so we've got our pitcher of 4 eggs, which was done with the least amount of energy we could give to it. They cooked a long time, actually, because they kept cooking after we turned it off. We didn't put them under cold water or anything. If we were going to do that, we would have had to wait longer for them to cook, so they'd be harder. We don't want to turn off the oven when they're soft-boiled eggs. No, we don't want to turn off when they're hard-boiled eggs. We want to turn it off when they're soft-boiled eggs, and then have them reach exactly the right level of hardness and softness. So let's try one. Now, can I get in there with my fingers safely? Ow, ow. Not really. It's not that bad. So we're past the point of it hurting your fingers. That's another way to measure the temperature and know if you're doing it right. A lot of dogs around here. Some of them might want my waste shells or pieces of egg that are on them. This is Mountain Survival Research dish. I had that in another video. Very handy little dish. It's very lightweight. It seems very strong. I don't know what it's made out of. It's not silicone. It's not like rubbery. So I don't really know. So far it's peeling really well. So this may be the way we figure out what's the minimum amount of energy we could use to cook an egg. Now there was one thing, if you're really thinking about this and you could think with me and stuff. It'd be really nice. I wouldn't feel so lonely. If I had put the eggs in earlier, then they would have had more time to cook in a way, because they're heating up with the cold water and they're heating up slightly sooner. They're preheating, at the cold water. And I could compare the two. I could do them side by side with the same size thing and the same amount of gas, and then switch it back and forth and measure it and do a spreadsheet and all that. That's a lot of work. This one ended up being semi-soft boiled. It's a little bit soft, and I think that's just great. Obviously, if you have a difference in things for you, you figure out what works in your own kitchen, and you test it, make up the exact best ideal way to get what you want, right? And use the least energy possible. This one's peeling extremely well. Oh, I didn't show it to you, sorry. Very exciting. There's hardly any shell left, and I have lost only a little. Oh, I'm talking on camera. I just lost a piece of egg on this one. So that sucks. But mostly it's been just fine. I would say that I would be interested, because the inside also feels quite soft, actually, as I get to this end especially. This could also be with such a small container that not all the eggs are in the same position. So I'm fucking up. See, that's terrible. A dog will eat just so. Yummy. Didn't I have salt out here? I think I did. So I just put some holes in the top of this Coke can, or Coke bottle, plastic Coke bottle. And, that makes a great salt shaker. That was quite acceptable. A great meal. 4 eggs is quite a few. And when I started cooking them, I said, well, I'll have some for later. But in the mood I'm in, I haven't eaten all day. I think I might eat them all. Like, I'll just eat all 4 eggs. I think the ideal is 2 eggs a day. I really believe it. I know that there's tons of vegetarians and vegans who think that any animal product is just terrible. And they act the same as the anti-abortion people, actually. They act the same tactics and feelings because they know that someone is murdering something, the people who protest abortion clinics. And they're quite convinced of it, and that is their position, you know. And so anything that they do is considered acceptable behavior to fight against those bad people, because they, these nice protesters against the evil women who are getting abortions are trying to protect life. And vegans are kind of the same way. They have the same attitude and similar, ways that they frame things, I guess. And this one is also fairly soft, by the way. And that's one of the reasons that, I don't know, I have such mixed thoughts. We'll skip the abortion part and just go with the vegan part. I do understand that many vegans believe that any killing of an animal is murder. And I would actually, I understand that I'm not going to argue with them. They've already heard arguments, I'm sure. I'll just explain what my personal point of view is. Here's an egg that broke apart. There's a nice yolk in there. Ooh, that's going to be good. This is soy sauce, a tiny thing of soy sauce I found. I don't think soy sauce ever goes bad. That's very good. Peeling eggs is too much work, though, really. So yeah, I mean, as far as the vegan thing goes, I got like soy sauce all over my hand and stuff. This is a very bad restaurant. Waiter! With another egg. Maybe I should get another kind of hot sauce for it. I don't know. So yeah, this is clearly not vegan eggs, And what's worse is they weren't raised here. And I have big theories about how we can raise eggs in the ideal way that removes the entire industrial system from the equation. Oh my God. Hey! Hey! No! Back off! Come here! Come on! All dogs go elsewhere. Coco, come here. Coco, come here. Good boy, he's coming. Oh, good. What's going on is that Sunrisa doesn't like Blackface Dog. So Sunrisa just chased Blackface Dog away violently. Like, not biting her, not biting him, but, that kind of dynamic that's about to become that. And what happens that scares me is that there's a pack mentality. Now, luckily, these dogs actually went and kind of helped out Blackface Dog by being there and not being into the attack. In other words, Sunrisa has a mental problem towards this one dog. And this is not the first time I've seen this kind of thing. Blackface Dog's still over there. Sunrisa's over there with Blackface Dog, and they're being mellow. That's unusual. It's very possible at this point, I think, that they could make friends, and then everything will be peaceful again, except for Shiva and Mayhem. When a dog soap opera, it's ridiculous. Doesn't have to be this way. Shouldn't be this way. And I've certainly had worse problems with packs of dogs. I mean, I've had basically 2 packs of dogs in the time I've been here, 2 identifiable packs. And this one's a very diverse, strange pack. This is feeling pretty good. I got the yolk showing over there. I don't feel like these are that great of eggs. And this could have to do with like industrial eggs versus farm eggs. Because I feel like my eggs have a thicker shell. Now, I don't know that that matters. But I don't know. Actually, thicker shelled eggs might be slightly easier to peel. Or maybe not. I don't know. But I prefer thick shelled eggs. I just do. I think it's healthier. It indicates a healthy chicken who has lots of nutrients to produce the external external womb of their baby. You know, chickens are totally interesting. People don't understand